So first I'll address your direct request for pace. I thought your pace was incredible. It was really easy to understand, extremely conversational, and we could tell that you're a very polished presenter, especially with the context that you put together this slide at 5 a.m. And I know a lot of it was impromptu, so that was amazing. The speech, I thought, quickly drew us all in, especially with the timing of your trip, discussing current events, especially around Maduro and Havana. And so I thought that that was also a really good way for us to get the audience drawn in and curious about your experience. The pictures were incredibly vivid. I thought they spoke a lot of volumes without words, and so I thought they were really well used. And I did enjoy really the intro and the brief history that you gave around the trade embargo, especially the effects of maybe the US. And it made me even more interested as you share that history, and especially because it's a place not necessarily well traversed by Americans. Something that I was curious about while you were giving your speech was I wanted to know if those photos were all yours. I think over time I kind of put it together that they were, but I think it would have been really awesome to know that from the start. And it would have gave us that extra perspective that this is what you were seeing. I think another thing that could take this to another level is there were sometimes where there were a couple of really interesting observations that you gave. Like there's a really strong youth culture around Havana. And I thought that it would have been even stronger to bring a few more anecdotes around that, like what you maybe observed about them, or even a short story about what you might have talked to them or experienced about. But I really enjoyed your lighting, your camera frame, your positioning. I thought those were all excellent. And as someone who is passionate about the ocean as well, the different photos of the sea creatures were breathtaking and amazing, and I thought that it was super interesting. So overall, I would say it was an amazing presentation. I thought your pace was really great. You gave a really well even-keeled speech, and it was still enthralling. And I'm glad you made it back safe, even with your encounter with the crocodile. So thank you.